For Rivals.com, I'm John Garcia, Jr., Southeast recruiting analyst, and it's the midsummer, so it's time to dig into some recruiting grades here in the class of 2024. Now, naturally, when we're pivoting to the SEC, the conversation really begins with Kirby Smart and the Georgia Bulldogs. And look, it's a shocker to some, I'm sure, but the Bulldogs are recruiting at an A clip right now. Their grade is a sharpied A, capital A at this point. Not only one of the biggest commitment classes in the country at 26 verbal commitments on board right now, but the quality is there for Georgia, which is, of course, ranked number one in the team recruiting rankings by a wide margin, by the way, over the Ohio State Buckeyes. And, of course, Georgia's got a lot of talent ahead in terms of the prospects it could bring in before this cycle comes to a close. But to this point, it's got a 2-quarterback class filled with Elite 11 arms, Dylan Raiola and Ryan Puglisi. It's loaded across both the offensive and defensive lines, and I'm sure you've seen the graphics by now. The biggest O-line class in the country, both in volume and certainly in size. So more of the same coming to UGA. But the Bulldogs aren't the only school getting an A grade from us here at Rivals.com. How about the Florida Gators, the number 2 recruiting team in the SEC right now, red hot in the month of June, and it's carried over into July. They just picked up a massive offensive lineman themselves in Fletcher Westfall. So the Gators under Billy Napier looking to combat a tough record on the field in 2022 with a great recruiting class and an influx of talent going into next season. So the SEC East looking really good. The West is picking up the pieces and picking up the pace a little bit. We'll expect the Alabamas and certainly Texas A&Ms of the world to eventually combat Georgia and Florida at the top. But right now, it's the SEC East with the Dogs and Gators up top.